Hello everyone, this is Solmaz Ajampur and today we want to talk about listening and listening skills. Please, before we start, hit the subscribe button and follow us on our Instagram page, ElSol Education. Also, you can listen to our podcasts on Castbox and there also you're supposed to follow ElSol Education and you can find out more about our podcasts and also audiobooks. We would be so happy to have you there. So, first of all, I want to tell you about the story of one of my students. Let's call him Ali. Ali was a good student, but unfortunately, he had some problems when he faced listening activities. Once I talked to him and I asked what sources he'll use in order to work on his listening and practice listening. He told me that he watches movies and also he listens to some audiobooks, which they were so good. However, he didn't understand them well. So I asked him what his problem was, and he said that so he came to that point that he thought whatever he does, he cannot understand some of the words and he cannot understand the fast speakers, the native fast speakers. With the experience that I had with other students and by gathering some of the evidence that Ali informed me about, I understand that there are several things that you need to work on, and our students must focus on them in order to make their listening better. And in order to have a better listening skill, they have to obey these rules and they have to know how exactly they need to work on their listening skill. The first thing that I want to talk about is to choose comprehensive input. What is comprehensive input? The comprehensive input is the audio input, let's say a movie, it can be an audiobook, it can be a song, it can be any listening activities from any course book that they are in your level or slightly higher than your level. It means if you are an elementary student and you want to work on your listening and you go and listen to high pre-intermediate, you would never improve your listening skill, and on the other hand, you're going to have a lot of frustration, you're going to be disappointed and sad. So if you are elementary and you're a good elementary, maximum you can work on low pre-intermediate listening activities and you can use those activities. Also, it is very, very important for you to guess if you can understand 60 to 80% of the listening input. If you are listening to a part and you cannot understand it at all, or you can understand and get 10% of it, it means that that listening input or that part is higher than your level and you cannot achieve anything and you cannot learn anything from that. So try to match and try to choose the best material for your level. You can also ask your teachers, or here in ElSol Education, we can help you with this thing as well. The next thing that it is very, very important for you to focus on it, and it is important for you, is to listen to what you enjoy. Listen to the material that they are relevant to your major, the things that they are useful for you, the things that you have some interest in it. If you are not interested in psychology, do not go and listen to psychology. If you are a cook, if you're a chef, go and listen to the material that they are talking about, the food, if they're talking about nutrition or things like this. So find the relevant and interesting points for yourself, choose them and try to start from them. In this way, you would not lose your focus when you are listening to a part, and you would continuously follow the speaker. And even if you come up with any words that you don't know, you would not lose your focus because you are interested in the material that that speaker is talking about. It is important to listen to what you enjoy to practice. Sometimes at IELTS, TOEFL exams, we do not have any choice over the activities. But if you want to practice listening and if you want to have that practice beforehand, try to use the material that you enjoy, the material that it raises the interest in you, not the material that you think or you find it hard for yourself. Do not work in that way. Yes, it is important to listen to the material in different fields and in different aspects and in different topics, but when you want to improve your listening skill, however, you know that improving your listening skill is different to focusing on the techniques of IELTS listening part doing or TOEFL or any other activities that they are related to the course books and things like this. So when you want to improve your listening, choose the material that you really like them, they seem interesting to you, and you like them. The next thing is focusing on the big picture and not the small details is one of the keys to have a better understanding of the listening output. It means that do not focus on each and every word that it has been said in the listening part. When you're listening to an audio book, do not focus on the words, each and every word. Try to focus on the core message and the general idea, on the gist of that part. The gist, the general idea, and the core message, they all mean the same. It means to listen and understand what that paragraph, what that part means all in all, and not to understand each word, to understand each phrasal verb, to understand each preposition that you hear. Let me give you an example. Suppose that I say, what kind of movies do you like? There are three words here that you need to focus on. What movies like? If you want to focus on the tense, if you want to think with yourself, did she say what type of movie or what kind of movie do you like or would you like or did you like? Did she say, even sometimes if you focus too much, you would forget the word. Movie? Did she say movie or she said films? So there are only three words. What movie is like? And if you focus on these three, you can easily answer my question. Or you can relate the suitable answer to this sentence. If you want to focus on each word, maybe you cannot find it out. It builds frustration. It builds and raises the disappointment in you, and it really has a great impact on the continuation of the listening part. So if you don't want to lose your contact with the material that you're listening to, please focus on the big picture, on the general ideas, on the gist of the listening part.